It is so good to have you all here. As you can see, we have a nice big crowd. This is terrific.
This group is so special. They've gone through one of the most traumatic experiences in history.
Henry actually just moved here 3 weeks ago.
All our clients suffered starvation, hunger, beatings, loss of community, family, and they had to build their life again when they immigrated to this country.
We are here.
Right now, we have huge shortages.
In 2015, community agencies realized there wasn't enough money to care for our Holocaust survivors.
We are very short on funds right now, and our home care costs keep increasing.
She's anxious.
We actually have more survivors now needing services than we've ever had before. We've got survivors that moved to Atlanta to be by their adult children. But we also have a lot of survivors that have lived there their whole life and have never needed services. Now they get to be in their 80s and 90s and they're struggling.
I am on a lot of medications. I have about more than a dozen prescriptions.
Over a quarter of the survivors that we're serving that get home care live at or below the poverty level.
They have to make choices to pay for hospital bills, to go to a doctor, which medication to use.
From first and second quarter, I have $20,000 of unpaid medical, dental, prescriptions.
So what I keep telling my clients, I mean, they're asking me about some of these bills from April and May.
We have had to make several cuts in the program. So we no longer can pay for most prescriptions, dental assistance, medical services, medical equipment. We had to discontinue a grocery store gift card program.
They are in financial distress.
I mean, I've had 3 survivors in the last week and a half tell me that if we can't pay for their prescriptions, they're going to stop paying for their prescriptions.
When you're gonna run out of me, that's when I'm gonna be worried.
And these people don't have money. They just don't have money. And many of them live on their own, because even though they probably should be in an assisted living or a nursing home, they can't afford to get in there.
There's just no funding source, and that's a real problem.
It is urgent. These needs are right now. These survivors are not going to be around in 10 years.
They were abandoned once by humanity, and we just don't want that to happen again.
So we did an assessment, and through that assessment process, we were able to project, based on that data at that time period, of what we thought the shortfall would be. We had this gap that we determined to be about $400,000 a year, and through that we determined that we needed to raise about $2 million to last for 5 years. Through the convening of Federation and the 6 agencies, which is Jewish Family Career Services, Jewish Home Life Community, the Marcus Jewish Community Center, the Bremen Museum, and Eternal Life Hemshech, all entities that touch these survivors in some form said, it's time to act, and it's time to act now.
We are greater than the sum of our parts, and working together, we're able to provide holistic solutions to survivors.
I think people know the organizations that we've rallied around this cause are incredible organizations that they trust.
And through the work of these 6 entities, we were able to create the Holocaust Survivor Support Fund.
I am so grateful to the Holocaust Survivor Support Fund and the Jewish Federation of Greater Atlanta for understanding that there was a problem here, that all the needs weren't being met, and then for ultimately creating this fund and reaching out to community members to let them know about the unmet need.
Response from the community has been overwhelming. The community has gathered together. We have 480 donors. Of those 480 donors, 27 are foundations and 460 are individuals. And in just a short time period of 2 years, we've raised over $2 million and have already allocated $600,000.
The Holocaust Survivor Support Fund has been critical in providing services that our claims conference budget will not accommodate.
We are able to help use this fund to get people services right away, to help them with financial emergency needs, dental needs, food needs that are right now critical in the moment.
We were able to reestablish our grocery store gift card program. So as of today, 36 different Holocaust survivors have been able to get $200 gift cards every quarter to help them out with purchases for incontinence supplies and critical food that they need.
Every gift card recipient always calls and thanks me for this opportunity to have this in their pocket.
We've also been able to provide home-delivered meals, so 11 people since 2016 have been getting meals through the Holocaust Survivor Support Fund. I think we're close to 4,000 meals that have been provided. We've also been able to help with medical bills, prescription assistance, dental bills, and personal care. And in some cases, this assistance kept people in their homes. They would have lost their homes.
It has been, as I had hoped, a blessing for those who are in need, financial assistance, who need to be in one of our communities within Jewish Home Life communities. Holocaust Survivor Support Fund has been that lifeline to several people that I know firsthand.
In addition, some of the funds have helped with reparation assistance because we were able to bring in a noted expert on reparations who held a session to talk about the different programs that were available. The Holocaust Survivor Support Fund has contributed towards social programming. The social programming helps to reduce social isolation and also fosters a sense of community among the Holocaust survivors. We've also had a very nice partnership with the Marcus Jewish Community Center, and we've been able to offer several intergenerational events with the Jewish Community Center's Young Adult Division.
What we have also been able to do is to engage supporters and volunteers in actually doing something for survivors. This year, we've had 5 cooking events where we've had volunteers that have supported the Holocaust Survivor Support Fund come together and make something around a Jewish holiday. So we have made apple cakes for Rosh Hashanah. We have made Hanukkah cookies for Hanukkah. We made over 900 cookies.
And then I got to present to the survivors the cookies that the HSSF volunteers had baked for them, which were delicious, by the way. They were just so touched that somebody had wanted to take a special element of this holiday and create something so wonderful and heartfelt for them.
It makes me proud of this community that everybody has stepped up to make sure that these survivors have the best quality of life that they can in their remaining years.
The Holocaust Survivor Fund says we're a strong community. We're a community that knows what we need to do, and we can mobilize and do it.
I'd like to personally thank every single donor and supporter of the Holocaust Survivor Support Fund. You are making such a difference in the lives of all of the Holocaust survivors that we support and all of our partner agencies support.
Words cannot express how grateful we are and how appreciative our clients are.
HSSF is doing God's work, and very important work at that.
And I'd like to thank you for being the heart of this community and showing that we care about.
We make the difference between a life which is lonely and unsafe to one which is filled with interactions with other people and a very safe, warm environment.
I would like to thank every single one of you for your support of the Holocaust Survivor Support Fund. I've had the pleasure of speaking with you or corresponding with you about your support. And in every single case, you share your story with me, your heart, and your wish that we take care of these survivors. And it is that feeling and that sentiment that has made this fund be so successful, not only in raising money, but in actually having an impact today. Thank you so much.